Hello YouTube, this is a coffee review of Verena Street flavored coffee crop circles. There you are. According to the label, 10-ounce bag, medium roast, a sweet creamy swirl of vanilla and hazelnut flavoring. The bag speaks of how to use their coffee, also the sustainability promise that they give, and a brief description saying that Verena Street was a street in which the owners would play on when they were kids, and is now long past. It's now something else. But in its memory, they've made a coffee. Now the bag note, like I said, I found it interesting when it says crop circles, conspiracy buff that I am. So it caught my eye immediately. They obviously make a variety of other flavored coffees, and those also have very clever names, and hopefully I'll be able to get to some more of them in the future. But until then, we have this one known as Crop Circles. It says here it's a vanilla and hazelnut. Now the bag note, very light on coffee. Flies are everywhere. Very light on coffee. I don't get any hazel, but I do get a hint of vanilla. Slight earthy. No brightness. None to really speak of. So very light on the nose. And it says here that it is a medium roast. Now let this sit in a French press, maybe a shade too long, but there it is. It's a nice dark hue, I'll grant that. Very light on the nose as well. It is through and through a chocolate colored brown. Every once in a while you'll find some that are like of a red hue to it or some other off shade, but this is pretty much even. The very light on the bottom all the way up to the top. If you look at it as a beer, it's a very no head to it, and it's a tight lace. But there's just about zero nose to it. No brightness in the scent. A hint of vanilla. Very light coffee. Slight earthy, but that's about all. There's a very light earthiness to it, and a very light brightness to it. Slight bitter way in the back. A nice consistency. There is no watery after note to it. It does stick to the back of the palate, but not obstructively. Long hang time, but the mouthfeel is very, very light. As for hazelnut, not really getting it. And the vanilla is just taking the edges off. Not enough vanilla to stand out, but enough to cut back in problems that the coffee may have. So as if you're looking for real strong flavors, like I like strong flavors, this is going to be quite disappointing. Now, I've been having this throughout this week with a dash of cocoa powder because I love my mochas, and it does comply very well with a bit of a sweetener to it, as well as the cocoa. So it enhances all that very nicely. That's why I'm a little disappointed. I was hoping there'd be more flavor I was getting from the coffee than the cocoa powder in my morning coffee, but apparently it's the other way around. Got a little bit of cream to it, hazelnut cream to it, dash of sugar. It'll be a pleasant a pleasant cup of coffee. Now, will it get you up and going? I don't know. There's nothing you're saying about the amount of caffeine in it or anything. But whatever you have with this coffee, that is going to be carrying the flavor of whatever you have, the meal, the whatever it is. Like I said, I added cocoa powder to it, and it really carried it quite well. On its own, it's okay. I do like the lack of brightness. So I'm not into that acidy bite, so I am enjoying that part of it. But I would prefer to have a bit more coffee flavor in my coffee. And being it's a medium roast, I wonder if I'm trying too hard, looking too deep in something that was not meant to have that strong of a coffee flavor to begin with. Now, a good time of year for this, I think, is in the heat of the summer. Right, that's the filming of this particular video. We're in the absolute heart of the dog days of summer, so this is going quite well with that high temperature. But if I was to have this after shoveling the snow, or late at night, winter, no, fall, early fall when it's still hot, even though the leaves are changing, maybe spring, late spring, anytime when it starts getting hotter, or on the hotter part of the world, you might appreciate this. The long hang time might be a bit of a downplay because it does stick around in the back of the palate longer than it should, considering how light the mouthfeel is. Give it a try. See what you think. This is Verena Street Crop Circles medium roast coffee. Sweet and creamy. Sweet, no. Creamy, maybe. That might be what's taking the edges off, is the creamy part of it. Yeah, I guess creamy. But you really got to dig for it. Could also be just a simple, suggestion sort of thing. But there you go. Can you barely see it there? Yeah, Verena Crop Circles. Give it a try. See what you guys think. Any comments down below? Or be accepted as always. Or better yet, go out, buy it, try it, and let the rest of us in the YouTube community know your thoughts about Verena Street Crop Circles coffee. And until next time, keep on drinking.